Hello, YouTube land.
Hi.
Hey, dude, I need to get one of those worked out so it's like personalized instead of that 30-second countdown thing.
Well, you know I could do it. You just gotta let me know what you want.
Yeah, and then give you like 3 months to work on it.
I have a lot of stuff to do, okay? I have a
Yeah.
whole YouTube channel to ignore and another one to invest all my time into.
And that really is screwed up too because your Carnivore Trucker channel has more subscribers than your gaming one does.
I know
And
it,
yet,
and it's gaining more subs, and I haven't touched it in like when was the last time I even uploaded? Hold
it's
on.
been a while. It's been a while.
Your videos.
We got friends. Hello, friends. Hello.
I haven't uploaded on Carnivore Trucker since May.
Yeah, so that's been a while.
Yeah.
A long while. Long time. Right.
And I was live on my gaming channel yesterday.
But how do you get your Carnivore friends to go over to your gaming channel?
I don't know. It's like screaming into the void over here.
Which one?
This channel.
People are listening.
Yeah, but I don't think they want to watch me play. I mean, we've
Games?
shouted it out. We shouted it out over here plenty of times.
Well, most of the carnivores though, they have other things to do, so they probably are not going to sit still and watch somebody just veg out and play games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think you add a lot of value, and there's a lot of entertainment with the gaming channel that you do. But it's not everybody's cup of tea, and I can appreciate that.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what's funny is I don't even watch people who play video games.
That sounds like an admission of guilt over there.
It's true.
No, I know. I understand. But you don't want to be influenced by other people's material anyway.
That's a good point.
YouTube hates it. Could be YouTube would be like, well, we saw that already, and then they'll slap your video down. So
Yeah. Well, anyway, so what's up? It's been a while.
it has. So things have definitely changed, I'm sure, for everyone. Yeah. Well, since the last time that we've really been live, my situation really hasn't changed terribly much. My wife still has stage 5 kidney disease. Uh, that's going about as expected for the moment. She switched to eating mostly beef and rice rather than just anything and everything. And that has had some impact. So I'm looking forward to it.
Good.
Maybe it'll smooth things out. I really don't know. I have heard several stories of people, even in stage 5 kidney disease, just switching to strict carnivore, eating lots of beef and venison and stuff, and actually rolling it back away from stage 5. But it'll be like, okay, let's aim for that. I shared that with my wife, and she said that she understands and she wants to keep trying. And so we're rolling it back off of the carbs as far as we can for her. Yeah.
It's hard
That's
to
how
do.
it's going for us. It is. It really is. Even for me, I'm like, generally, I don't want carbs. It's not something that I want, right? But because of her being sick and difficulties and complications there and here, and not having my own planning, and I've been eating stuff that's definitely off plan, and I've suffered for it. That joint cracking thing is back in my hand, my arm. There's something going on with that now, and every time I eat something that's got bread in it, my joints lock up again, and yet here I am. So I've been trying to push back towards as strict as I can get right now. And right now I'm running about 75, 80% right now. And I went through another dumping phase after switching back to mostly carnivore. For almost a week, I had severe diarrhea. And right now I'm still fighting with headaches. So
Oxalate dumping or what?
Yeah, I don't know. because I haven't been eating a lot of vegetables or fruit. So I don't think that it's oxalate related.
Just getting
I
back
think
to
it's just
the groove.
switching back. Yeah. I think it's just switching back the gears. Hey, we got Rick. What's up, buddy?
There's the quacker. But no,
So,
I've been like flirting with Carnivore.
how do you flirt with Carnivore? I was flirting with the carbs. You're flirting with Carnivore. I don't understand that.
It's like at home all I have is steaks, and then like I just went out with my girlfriend and I had like a Reuben sandwich with like fries, and then we had bread pudding there too.
Bread pudding.
It was good. It was really good.
Bread pudding.
Hold on. Huh? I'm a terrible influence. She says she's a terrible influence.
Yeah. All right. You influence her too, I'm sure, right?
Yeah. Like I was telling you about the split pea soup.
That sounded interesting. It really did.
Yeah, it was good soup. But she put like
Explain the soup.
Oh, she just put like a ton of meat in it just to get me to eat it, I think. What was your reasoning for putting all that meat in there?
Well, the main reason is I had a pack of bacon ends and pieces that I needed to use, and I saw a really good shoulder roast.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that would be really good in there too. And then I just put way too much meat. I did not. The meat to split pea was not a good ratio.
It was a lot of meat.
It was a lot of meat.
It was good though.
It was very good.
I was really gassy for like a week.
Yeah, peas will do that to you.
Yeah. But did y'all hear her? Do I need to repeat?
Yeah, well, no, I can hear her. I don't know if anybody else can. I don't know. We'll probably get a note on that. Like, no, we can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Probably.
But yeah, basically she had meat that she needed to cook, get rid of.
Mm-hmm. You have meat laying around that you need to get rid of. Just pass it to the carnivore; it'll be gone. It's okay.
Pretty much. I had this morning I made I got like it's been in the fridge for probably too long, but I got one of those 3-pound tubes of meat, ground beef.
Yeah.
I cooked that up and sliced up some potatoes and threw them in the grease from the meat. Cooked them in that. Then threw in some mushrooms. It was really good. I ate that for breakfast and lunch.
Breakfast and lunch. 3 pounds of meat. That's not bad for a breakfast and lunch.
Yeah, and of course she had some too. So I'm at the point where it's like I try for Whole Foods meat heavy.
It's okay.
Try for no grain, but not perfect. And sugar. The sweets are my weak spot.
In bread pudding. Now, is that pudding made of bread, or is that bread with pudding inside it? I mean,
I'm not a scientist.
I'm not a chef either.
I'm not a scientist or a philosopher, so I can't answer that question.
So which came first, the bread or the pudding?
Probably the bread.
Probably the bread. Dang. So let's get weird, I'm sure. Yeah. I gotta think. There's lovely stuff going around about a guy who ate butter and beef.
I have it pulled up.
That's it. Okay, you share it because I'm having a hard time jumping from screen to screen right now.
Okay, give me a second.
Okay, I will. 1. Oh, you were late.
Shut up. This one. Okay.
All right.
So Man, so many pop-ups. Man who only ate cheese, beef, and sticks of butter for 8 months suffer shocking side effects.
Oh, so shocking. Terribly, terribly shocking. I'm so shocked.
He told his doctors that his daily carnivore diet for the last 8 months consisted of whole sticks of butter, 6 to 9 pounds of cheese, and hamburger patties, which that is pretty extreme, if you ask me.
Okay, wait.
Mhm.
Spitballing here, but
Oh, of course
that's a
he's a
hell of a lot of
Florida
cheese.
man.
Florida man. Rick, come back and get your friend.
Anyway, what?
I'm just saying that's a hell of a lot of cheese.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That is a bit extreme.
On a carnivore diet, most of us don't even recommend cheese. You can use cheese, but it's not like, hey, cheese should be a staple of your diet on a carnivore diet.
Wait a second. Is this Rick?
Yes, that is definitely Rick.
Okay.
Now, Rick's been doing this for a lot longer than just a couple of months, though. So
True. And I don't think Rick's in his
Rick.
I don't think Rick's in his mid-40s. He's more like 80.
Yeah.
He just looks like he's 50.
Yeah. There's Dirt, then there's Rick, and then there's everybody else in age.
Anyway, what was it?
Rick says he eats 4 ounces of cheese daily. But that's not a lot of cheese, though.
That isn't
4 or 9 pounds, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Well, I'm sure that wasn't
a hell of a lot of cheese.
I'm sure he wasn't eating like 5 pounds of cheese.
No, of course not. No, who would do that?
Huh? Oh, I thought you said something.
She did. I could hear it.
Wait, wasn't it because you sent me that short with Carnivore JT?
I did.
Didn't he say
My God,
that
was
was
funny.
Didn't he say that was like 8 or how many calories did he say that was?
Like 1,400 calories or
No,
14,000.
Yeah,
14,000 calories, and he's still losing weight. Okay, well, if dude is losing weight on 14,000 calories or so daily, that's wow.
Yeah, I do have to imagine his poop is probably sludge, like
Yeah.
Well,
maybe not, because
80%
you get a lot of
fat. You know what I mean?
Well, with the cheese though, cheese really can bind you up, and then it depends on what kind of cheese he's eating.
Yeah,
that might be the kicker, because what kind of cheese is this dude eating, right? If it's a whole cheese, if it's a pure food, yeah, maybe it's not going to be such an issue. But if he's eating like Kraft cheese or single slices,
yeah,
there's a lot of filler in that.
Yeah, I'm skimming through this real quick.
Skim. Go ahead. I only read part of it, so I didn't get a chance to read all of it. My heart attack burger is
we'll
over
get to
9,000 calories. Whoa, Rick, that sounds good. Yeah, see, I agree. Single slices, Rick, they are not cheese. Give me that. Like, don't post that up there. Look.
Okay.
Singles are not cheese. No, they are not. They're mostly like oils and stuff mixed together, and then there's colorizers. Yes, yummy. Everyone likes to eat plastic.
Yeah. They say his cholesterol exceeded 100 or 1,000.
1,000 milligrams per deciliter. Okay, cool. So,
yeah.
I mean, as our good buddy Bart K will say, so what?
Cardiologist diagnosed the man with. Can you say that word?
I cannot. I tried. You saw me pronouncing that. I tripped over my tongue.
I had a hard time pronouncing. What was that word? I was playing a game.
Uh-huh.
It's out of my head, but yeah. Point is, I'm retarded too.
There are some words I can pronounce and some that I can't. So I don't know. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna try and get it.
Xanthelasma?
Yeah.
Xanthelasma? A condition caused by high cholesterol levels where excess lipids ooze from blood vessels and form yellow lipid deposits.
Yeah. Xanthalasmia.
Say it again.
Xanthalasmia.
Okay.
I think. Now, I could be wrong, but
You're probably wrong, but whatever.
Yeah.
Hey,
English
shout
teacher
out,
for the win.
shout out to Courtney Luna. Carnivore diet has gained popularity with influencers online like Courtney Luna. Oh, excuse me. Bread pudding.
Courtney Luna.
You don't know Courtney Luna?
I'm thinking.
Who claimed to have
Nope.
lost 30 pounds and on the anti-vegan regimen. I like how they phrase that.
I do too, because that's right.
CDC does not endorse the diet and advises Americans to eat a variety of fruits, vegetables, and grains.
Well, of course they do. They're heavily invested in fruits, vegetables, and grains.
Whoa, of course they are. That's enough of that.
My goodness, so
Mhm.
that does look gross, I'm sure. But if he just put his hands on the skillet and brown it a little bit, it'd be all right.
Oh my god. Okay. Just that image too. Florida man in his mid-40s on a meat, fat, and dairy-heavy diet arrived in Tampa hospital with ooze emanating with yellowish nodes on his palms, hands, elbows, and soles of his feet. The man told doctors that he had adopted a carnivore diet 8 months, explaining his daily intake was made up entirely of sticks of butter, 9 to 6 pounds of cheese, and hamburger patties.
See, he's saying that's the daily intake, right? Now, if that's the daily intake, he's saying he's eating up to 6 pounds of cheese, sometimes daily.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just unreasonable.
That is extreme. I mean, what's the ratio from cheese to hamburger patties?
And what kind of cheese? I'm really rolling back on that one. What kind of cheese?
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't say in the article what variety of butter or cheese, as far as I could tell.
I think he needs
And I love.
I think he needs to fast a little bit.
Maybe some fasting in between would probably be a good idea. Deal with a little bit of that fat, but seriously, dude, that's just scary.
His case was published in JAMA Cardiology this week. I'm going to click on that link.
Okie dokie.
Oh, and it's taking us with it. Oh, okay.
Oh, yay.
Ooh, full text. I wonder.
To get the full text, you must pay us. Yeah. There's a website for getting around those paywalls, but I'm not going to.
I know.
Here.
Excuse me. Go away. Okay.
Funny on that, they've got that kids vitamin thing there. That pop up was for vitamins that are probably very anti-nutritional for children.
This?
There was a pop up right there. It was for vitamins for kids. No, that's wrong. It's funny though. You reading it?
Yeah. It says the carnivore diet helped him shed weight and improve overall health. This patient, though, appears to have taken it to extremes, which I agree with.
Mm-hmm.
And he insists his overall health had improved.
Well, if you're depositing goo and stuff into soft tissue and it's oozing out, then there is an issue. That's a problem.
Mm-hmm. Obviously.
I gotta wonder about that. But seriously, what kind of cheese? Kraft single slices or You couldn't even eat 6 pounds of that, though. I think if you ate 6 pounds of Kraft single slices, it would probably kill you right on the spot. Be well preserved. No, yeah, I know, Rick. No one ever mentions you as a carnivore influencer. They just say that weird guy that lives in Florida and eats things that other people wouldn't.
Rick, you're a carnivore influencer? I didn't know that.
I would have never guessed.
His skin was another story. The painless yet decidedly ooze.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's a sentence. Had been affecting him for nearly a month before he sought treatment. Doctors discovered that the
Yes.
Doctors discovered that the butter man's total cholesterol exceeded 1,000. For comparison, healthy cholesterol level is under 200.
Why? Who says it is?
Yeah.
We don't know that.
Wasn't it like early 19th century that like everybody's cholesterol was like well above 300 or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, for real. Those were relatively new discoveries at the time anyway, that we even had those cholesterol carriers, and be like, okay, well, let me phrase that correctly because I don't want Bart K in my head, because he's in my head going, that's not what that is. Yeah, okay, so lipid carriers. We have these lipid carriers that float around our system anyway, and then whether or not they're even toxic or dangerous, we don't know that, and they certainly didn't know it in early 1900s.
Yeah. And back then, heart disease was hardly a thing until Ansel Keys and all that crap.
Yeah, it was, from what I remember looking into this, their doctors would go their entire career and not see cardiac patients like that. Then we switched to all those lovely seed oils. Stop eating meat.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they get the seed oils out soon.
Maha. Make America healthy again.
Steak and Shake is the first chain to switch to beef tallow. They're getting ahead of the curve.
And they ought to. I mean, anyone who's going to replace their garbage seed oils is going to be hailed as a hero. And they will definitely get a lot more people coming to them, because this is big news and it's breaking.
I hope so. I told Shiloh next time we see a Steak and Shake, we gotta go in and try it.
Yes, absolutely. I would definitely do it. I mean, well, they don't have them here, but if they did,
yeah, because you live in a third world country on an island.
Third world problems. Third world problems.
Live on an island with a volcano threat, like the sword of Damocles just dangling over. You never know when that volcano is going to blow up. And
yeah, it's in my backyard even.
Yeah. Better throw Tom Hanks in there just in case. That was a Tom Hanks movie, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That was Castaway?
No, not Castaway. It was before that. It was before that.
Oh, think.
He goes to an island and like the natives want to throw him in a volcano to keep the volcano from erupting.
Huh. Okay, yeah, I must have missed that one. I say just throw him in.
Does anybody know what movie I'm talking about?
No, but I would definitely love to see him thrown into. No, wait. Probably shouldn't say anything like that on YouTube.
In Minecraft.
Minecraft, yes, definitely Minecraft. Definitely not real life, right?
No.
Let's see. Come join Rick's. Hey, check that out. Come join Rick's heart attack diet. Yeah, I'm on board, Rick. Hey, Rick, if you start a restaurant chain, what would you call it?
Well, you can't take the heart attack grill.
No, I think that's already a thing.
Yeah. The case study authors did not provide information about the man's outcome, but noted that the case highlights the impact of dietary patterns on lipid levels and the importance of managing hypercholesterolemia
Yeah.
to prevent complications. Yet some
See,
diehard meatheads will not heed the wording. Hold on. Earlier this month, a former vegan gained traction on TikTok by touting her high-fat carnivore diet consisting of whole sticks of butter, ground beef, and nearly 2 dozen eggs daily. Steak and butter go?
yeah, probably. Yeah, that's probably Bella. It would be unfair to say that Bella has any situations arising out of that, though.
Oh, they're talking about Courtney Luna.
Okay, well, still, that would be both because Bella also was in a similar situation where she was eating like that, and then she switched to carnivore and started changing her life. So, yeah.
Unsurprisingly, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention does not endorse the carnivore diet. They advise a variety of fruits, vegetables, and grains to be eaten, along with low-fat dairy sources and different sources of protein.
Why low fat? Why?
I think they just updated the FDA recommendations.
Mm-hmm. Which does not include low fat. So why are they saying that they should still be doing low fat?
Because
they're still trying to make you sick. That's why. That's why. No, they do have a lot of investment in these ideas, though, because they actually do make money off of the stuff that you eat. You know, surprisingly. Why is it they can be invested in stuff like that? I don't understand why they're allowed to invest in things like that and then promote it to you as though it's supposed to be healthy. You'd think it would be like conflict of interest or something, or there should be some kind of rules or laws or something about that.
What? I wasn't paying attention.
See, that's my problem.
I
get all these friends and I talk, but they never listen.
You don't have any friends. I'm your only friend.
That's true. That's true.
Oh.
I'll admit it. I don't mind. Thanks for sticking with me, Sean. And I'm a hard person to get along with.
Hold on. Chase, go lay down. Go lay down.
You talking to the dog or to the girl? I wasn't sure.
Oh, the dog. Not talking to Shiloh.
I wasn't certain. You're all like, wait, yeah, go lay down. I don't know. Sorry, Shiloh. Sorry to use you as a joke here. Yeah. I forgot. I was going to tell you about other things that happened because of the switch up. Yeah. So I started eating basically garbage anyway because my wife has been ill. And so recently we changed our insurance package because they updated the whole system for Prudential. And so to really make sure things are still covered properly, you have to do an upgrade and close out the old accounts. So to do that, I had to go and get some abdominal scans and weigh in and that kind of thing. And so went and got a USG scan, and they found that I have colitis, and they said that's probably what's driving the irritable bowel syndrome. Like, yeah, that would definitely do it, right? And I have a couple of gallstones, and that explains the liver pain.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen until I had switched back to eating whatever everybody else was eating. So be careful. You know, you guys go on a carnivore diet and then you switch back to eating whatever you want, and it's like triple pain just floods right back to you. And it has some kind of enhanced effect because my liver got fatty and I ended up with gallstones, and I know that this was not an issue before.
Mm-hmm. It's like our body gets used to being good, and then we start throwing crap at it again. And it's like, oh,
Yeah, it's like, I can't handle that no more. Oof. She said, "Oh, two gallstones." I was like, "Why you say it like that?" She's like, "They're big." I got to see them on the screen. They're very large gallstones. It's all right. I think they'll break down
yeah, they
as long
probably
as I
will.
stop eating crap. If I stop eating crap, they'll go away. They were big gallstones. Some say the biggest.
This is that movie I was talking about.
Joe versus the volcano. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I know, Rick. I know you're disappointed, right? Yeah.
And I was
I
right. It
know.
was if I get to it, Tom Hanks.
There he is. Oh, well, this is older. Maybe that's why I missed this one.
Yeah, it's
How old are
1990.
you, dude? Oh, okay. 1990. That's not too bad.
I was going to talk about something else too, but I forgot.
Because of Joe and the volcano?
Yeah, you were talking about something before that, and I was like, oh, I'm going to bring that up.
Gallstones?
It's gone.
Oops. USG, scan,
I've had too
hospital.
much grain.
Too much grain. You got grain brain.
I do got grain brain.
No. I know. I'm fighting too. Got a bit of a migraine going on right now. Then migraine, grain. Oh, now I made a connection. Okay. I had some bread the other day and I woke up with a migraine. So must be what it is. Actually, the migraine specialist that I had on my channel once, and she said that if you have migraines, then you're going to be more sensitive to bread and stuff. And I've noticed every time I eat bread the next day, pulsating headaches.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yep. I've drank salt water though, and that does actually have an impact. So, evil food supply. Interesting.
Yeah.
What channel is this?
Huh?
What channel is this? Who are you promoting?
Evil Food Supply. We were talking about well, I had brought up Ansel Keys.
Yes, that sucker, that snake, that liar.
How to eat, how to live our lives, how to exercise.
Pause.
What?
But yeah, he covers that really good.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now he's going through Crisco.
Come to call it Crisco.
I bake them a different pie for every special holiday, so I'm fussy about getting my crust nice and flaky. I've always used Crisco. All vegetable Crisco blends in evenly for light, flaky pie crust. Even the bottom has such delicate flakes, you can blow them away.
It was new. It was innovative. And since it was this hard processed extract made from all these different industrial processes, it was shelf stable. It could last forever on the shelf without refrigeration, unlike animal fats like butter, tallow, or lard, which meant it had outrageous profit margins, which meant it could be priced way cheaper than expensive animal fats. And it was made out of cotton seeds? Who in their right mind was going to all of a sudden start cooking with cotton? Wasn't cotton reserved for shirts or dresses or napkins? You expect me?
Yeah, so Evil Food Supply is really good.
Oh, I'm loving it. I'm gonna go and subscribe.
Oh yeah,
that's not wrong. Loretta Lynn advertised Crisco.
Over time to see who died of heart attacks or any other cause of death. What were some of the problems with that study? He went to countries like Yugoslavia, Greece, Italy, that had been ravaged by World War II when he visited them.
We are collecting data on all types, from African tribesmen to American businessmen.
And he avoided countries like Switzerland, France, Germany, sausage eaters, omelet eaters, high saturated fat diets, who also had really low rates of heart disease. He cherry-picked his countries to get the desired results that he wanted.
Yeah.
The monster. And that is monstrous. I don't care who you are. That is monstrous. When you manipulate data with the intent of selling products and it causes massive disease and death, you are a monster. There's no other word for that.
On the subject of selling products, let's give him his ad read.
Okay.
Every snack you find on the grocery store aisle is terrible for you. That's why we recommend Carnivore snacks. This is literally the only snack we eat because it's literally just
that looks
grass-fed,
amazing too.
Finished beef with salt.
It does.
And it tastes amazing. We've been eating Carnivore snacks for a while now. And as we were making this video, we thought that they would be the perfect sponsor. So we reached out and they agreed. Our favorite is the ribeye cut because, as you can see, it really is just an actual ribeye steak sliced up with salt. No cooking, no prep, just real meat with salt that actually fills you up, unlike other snacks.
Just a whole,
which is why we love taking
dried
this with
ribeye.
us when
That
we
looks
travel
good, though.
or when we're out and about. One bag is made from about a pound of meat and can be enjoyed as a snack or replace an entire meal. They also have plenty of other bestsellers as well, including brisket, pork loin, and even Wagyu. But fair warning, Carnivore snacks are a little bit on the expensive side. But that is because they use only 100% grass-fed and finished cattle here in America from regenerative farms
Except
only,
Wagyu.
which is not cheap. Compare that to beef jerky, which contains more sugar than a Reese's cup and is padded with tons of weight-adding fillers. Carnivore snacks is as clean as you can get. And from personal experience, it's going to be really hard to go back once you try it out. And as a gift for the Evil Food Supply community, you can get 15% off your first order by clicking on the...
All right, so there's his his code, Evil Food Supply, for 15% off.
And Carnivore snacks, if you're paying attention.
Yeah. Since we're using his video, let's give him his ad read.
Absolutely. I don't have any problem with that at all.
Happening by eating a healthy diet. But when this one scientist, Ansel Keys, took a trip to the Andes in 1933, he noticed how the fresher air made him feel healthy and energetic. And then he started to wonder if food could do the same thing. He called this study human physiology, and it became Ansel Keys' obsession. And with all this heart attack stuff happening in the 1950s, it was kind of the perfect timing. Keys already knew there was some loose research on how cholesterol, the waxy substance found throughout our body, can build up in our arteries and stop our heart from beating, also known as heart attacks. And he knew that animal fats like butter, egg yolks, red meat, and lard were technically high in dietary cholesterol. So maybe people who eat a lot of cholesterol would be more likely to clog their arteries with it and get a heart attack.
But he used bad science.
Big maybe.
That's a big maybe. He used the bad science where you have the idea, you have the end goal first, and then you look for
yeah, he did. He
look for evidence to support your hypothesis.
Yes, that is bad science. We never do science that way, guys. That is not good science. No.
Oh, Shiloh's snoring. That's what I'm hearing.
See, you told her to go to bed, and there she went.
It kind of made sense. And yes, it is true that heart disease only started to rise after Americans started replacing their cholesterol-rich animal fat with processed seed oils. But whatever. He decided to test it out anyway. And so, Ansel developed a study that would change the way Americans eat forever. It was called the 7 Countries Study.
He looked at Ansel Keys and his team went around
Pause. Yeah, they call it the seven country study, but he gathered data from a lot of other countries, right? But
Yeah,
he
like 20
excluded all of
something.
that data. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was all like, well, that doesn't match. That doesn't match. That doesn't match. Oh, look, 7 countries.
He's like, lucky number 7.
They looked at serum cholesterol levels and they looked at diet. And, Ansel Keys had gone into this study thinking, I want to prove my hypothesis. And he did, in the end, show a very weak correlation between saturated animal fats and your risk of having a heart attack.
Keys followed the diets of people from 7 different countries: Italy, Greece,
Wait,
Yugoslavia,
pause. As our good friend Bart K will say, yeah, that correlation certainly does not equal causation, and we know that.
He's about to bring this.
Possibly.
He's about to bring that up, actually.
Finland, Japan, and the US.
I think.
He wanted to see if the type of foods these people ate caused them to get heart disease. And the results were, honestly, a little shaky. He found that the men in the US and Finland ate way more red meat, cheese, and butter than the rest of the countries, and had the highest cholesterol, which meant, to him, a higher risk of heart attack. And the people he followed in Italy, Greece, Yugoslavia, Japan, and the Netherlands ate a way lower amount of red meat, cheese, and butter. They mostly ate fish and vegetables, and had a lower risk of heart disease. And to him, this was a revelation.
Wait.
He thought that comparing these 7 countries...
Okay. I really do have to point this out, though. Yeah. He followed them for exactly how long, right? Did he follow anyone throughout their entire lifespan to see what their actual risks were?
No.
No. Sorry, go ahead.
Countries was enough proof that saturated fat from animal foods were the biggest cause of heart disease. And never mind that the men in the US and Finland had the most stressful jobs out of everyone in the study, and that Keys conveniently decided to study Greece during Lent, which is a period during the year when people don't eat any red meat or animal fat, just fish and vegetables. The rest of the year, the Greeks ate just as much red meat as Americans did. Anyhow, Keys gets the results he wanted. Yay! Meat is bad for you.
For one,
yay!
It only measured the diets of fewer than 3% of its participants, which is nowhere near a statistically representative sample. So he really didn't know what these people were eating. Number 2, it was the kind of study that only shows association and not causation. So it really can't ever prove that reducing animal fats was what caused the reduction in heart attacks.
Yep.
Number 3, it didn't actually show that there was a reduced total mortality. So people weren't dying of heart attacks, but maybe they were dying of something else. I want to share with you one particular other methodological flaw, which I think is really more emblematic than anything else, which is that it had to do with the islanders of Crete. So these are the people on whom the whole Mediterranean diet came to be based. Ansel Keys looked at the dietary records of about 32 or 33 of them. That's the total population he looked at.
Yeah, so that's not many people.
No, the sample size is abysmal.
Yeah, and during Lent.
Okay, so Ansel Keys, definitely not a statistician, right?
No.
I don't think he really understood the statistics. And I mean, I'm not a doctor by any means, but I have to wonder, did he know the wool that he was pulling over everyone's eyes specifically and expressly? Or was that just kind of a side effect?
I can't remember. Was he paid by, like, Crisco?
I think he was.
Wasn't he?
I'm pretty sure that he was paid to find associations. I'm going to have to figure that one out. But I really do believe that he was. I mean, like the Graham guy, you know?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember.
Went to this island. He fell in love with them because they were just seemed to him ideal. They lived this life of a peasant. It was a beautiful, unruined Crete, not the hyper hoteled Crete of today. And that he went to Crete 3 times for a week each, and one of those weeks he showed up. Turns out he turned up during Lent.
Yeah, so 3 weeks
when everybody is avoiding eating animal foods. So he no doubt undercounted the amount of saturated fats that was being consumed by that population.
I do have to say the Mediterranean diet is really good too. They got some good food. Yeah, they got some good food.
Yeah. But this wow, that's blowing my mind. Wait, not only did he not follow anyone throughout their entire lifespan to see what it was they were actually, dying of, but only 3 weeks. Sample size abysmal, and then the time invested absolutely insane. I mean, this.
Yep, and they put him in what was it, New York Times or something? Person of the Year.
Oh my god! Just wow. I mean, the world is a stage, my friend.
Yeah, put him in Time magazine. There it is.
My god.
Why did he pick those 7 countries? Why didn't he pick more than 7 countries? 7 countries seems like a small number for such a revolutionary finding. Did he roll the dice, spin a wheel? Or did he pick those countries because he already knew that they would give him the results he wanted?
Yep.
Because here's the thing about scientists. It's that they're still human. They want riches like everyone else. They want respect and status, just like everyone else. And Ansel Keys was no exception. He wanted fame. He wanted recognition. He wanted to be adored as a hero for saving the public. So he purposefully fixed his study to guarantee the results that he wanted.
Ansel Keys comes in and does the 7 country studies, which is totally just looks at 7 countries in the world where they could correlate saturated fat intake and heart disease, and leaves out the other 16 countries where there was no association between saturated fat consumption and heart disease. So it was like this epidemiology, sleight of hand voodoo.
Epidemiology looks at things that are correlated. Many things are correlated. So here we find that the divorce rate in Maine is correlated with your consumption of margarine. So does that mean you should reduce your consumption of margarine to prevent getting divorced? That's what's called a false association. There are many things that are associated with each other.
Ansel Keys knew that the working men in Finland he studied already had...
Which I'm sure Bart K would have been saying too.
Yeah. Yeah, he likes to compare it with ice cream and shark attacks, but...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But I don't know, though. The margarine part there, that really may have a big part to play, though, because margarine, like any other seed oil, causes inflammation of the brain, and it can cause you to have serious psychological disorder. It might actually have a stronger association to divorce rates than you might know.
You put it like that, you might be right.
There may be some strong association there. I mean, it's still associative, but what are the exact numbers? I gotta wonder.
Had a heart disease problem. That's why he picked that group. Ansel Keys already knew that Japan had extremely low rates of heart disease and a low-fat diet, which is why he made sure to include Japan in his study. But even though he very well knew that this study was a sham, he knew that no one would actually double-check his work. So Ansel Keys released his data to the public, and people were shocked. Meat is actually bad for you? Animal fats are actually bad for you? Cholesterol is actually the cause of heart disease? His study was so new and out there, the public immediately jumped on it. Newspapers started running articles on Ansel Keys' new diet heart hypothesis. Time magazine put him on the cover. And for the millions of innocent Americans who were worried about dying from heart attacks, the message was crystal clear. Eat a low-fat diet. And sure, some scientists called him out on his faulty research, but by then, it was already far too late.
I wish more scientists had pushed back.
Yeah, but follow the money. I mean, dude, there was definitely no resources available to them at that time to go, hey, wag a finger at Ansel Keys because this is not true. There's no way there would have been any money in it.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on here.
It was like a miracle from above. Hydrogenated vegetable oil is cheap, shelf-stable, and, turns out, gives food a crispier texture. So, swapping saturated fat for seed oils was a win-win. So all across the nation, snack food companies started to reformulate, replacing their animal fats and tropical oils with polyunsaturated hydrogenated vegetable oils made from corn, soybean, and cottonseed. Oreos went from being made with lard to being made with a mix of vegetable oils like palm and canola. McDonald's started frying their fries in hydrogenated soybean oil instead of beef tallow like they used to.
Now, I hear people who like remember when they switched and like tasting the difference.
Yeah. My mom was one of them that she would say, when she was a kid, there was definitely a difference in texture and flavor.
Yeah. That's why like I was saying with Steak and Shake, like I wonder how their fries are going to taste now that they're in beef tallow,
I have fried in beef tallow. I do it here at home, and I fry up potatoes in beef tallow. The kids prefer it. It's better.
Yeah. Like, what's funny is because whenever Shiloh makes potatoes, she steams them. And this morning when I cooked them in the tallow from that ground beef, she was like, "I like yours better."
I don't have a problem with that. I think it's fine.
Yeah,
you gotta be sure your potatoes are clean source though, because you don't want them covered in bud nip or anything. But
yeah. And also depends on, like, we get the not the russets, the red ones, because they're I think those are the ones that are less starch, if I remember correctly.
I really don't know much about potatoes. Couldn't say.
Okay.
Wait, you thought I was a potato expert or something?
You can't channel your Irish heritage or anything?
Okay, wait.
I'm just assuming.
I'm trying. Wait. Nope, got nothing.
Okay.
All I could see was blighted fields for miles.
Oh. Ireland still hasn't recovered from that one.
That's why we moved to America,
Yeah, I know. Rick uses tallow in his heart attack fries, fried plantains.
Plantains, nice. We have them here, plantains.
Oh.
They look like weird though. They're like giant bananas.
Yeah. Of course, your little island country would have plantains.
Yes. There are all kinds of things here that I could not begin to describe to you because I don't have words for them.
I thought you knew Indonesian.
I know enough Indonesian to not starve to death. That's what I know.
So you can't ask for a plantain in Indonesian?
No, because I don't know what to call them in Indonesian.
I'm actually kind of surprised by that.
I don't eat plantains.
I'm saying. I am legit kind of surprised that you don't know that. I mean, I don't know that, obviously, but
I mean, that's fair. I've been here a long time. You would think I would know that in Indonesian, but I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
well, I know the words for the things I use. I don't use plantains, so I don't know.
Okay.
And the hydrogenated part is important. The process of hydrogenation turns liquid oil into a solid. Raw liquid plant oils like corn and soybean go rancid fast. They burn easily when heated and, may we remind you, are so toxic that they're literally used as birth control in China.
Mm-hmm.
Once you harden it through hydrogenation...
Wait. Stop.
He'll get into it. He'll get into it.
No, wait. My brain just fell over. They're used for birth control on the male population in China?
Yeah. He'll cover it here in a second.
Wait, I've never heard that before in my entire life, and now there's this wrinkle on my brain just now, and like, but we have a birth collapse in America as we speak, right? And all the people going, "We need more kids," and Elon Musk hopping up and down on the stage screaming, birth rate," and if it's okay, sorry, go ahead, play.
Well, RFK fits that puzzle piece.
Yeah. Doesn't he though?
Yeah. Oh. After we're done with this video, you gotta remind me of RFK and McDonald's.
Okay.
It's still a liquid. The oil will magically become shelf stable. And the food companies loved this. Restaurants barely had to switch out their frying oil anymore. They could just use the same old oil.
I worked at a fast food chain for a little bit called Whataburger. I remember for a good 5 years, like all of my clothes that had been mixed up with my work uniforms stank of that oil.
Oh my god.
It took like legit 5 years to get all of the clothes that even were like in that drawer with my work clothes to get out. I smelled that shit for years.
Like, well,
it was bad. It was bad.
You know, in my youth, I was a smoker, right? And it didn't take 5 years to get the smell out of my clothes after I stopped smoking.
Yeah.
Over and over again. And companies like Nabisco could produce cookies that would last for months on the shelf. Yes, the 80s were like the golden age of junk food. And it would have only been possible thanks to this magic golden hydrogenated oil.
I'm so excited. Snackwell's is now making fudge brownies. This tastes so rich. I believe there's only 2 grams of fat. That's right. So moist and chewy. Well,
Now, you have to wonder if things would still be the same, like health-wise within like the world, if we were still eating like Snackwells but with animal-based fats. Like, how much of a difference would that actually make in the case of like junk food? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're going with that one, but it's really hard to say because that's half of the puzzle, and then the other half is carbo load, right? And so it's hard to say,
right?
Really. And well, actually, I should say a third, because the other half of that, the other third of that, is the crap they spray on the plants that they're growing.
Yeah, all the pesticides.
And then if you have sensitivities, like say, if I eat a lot of grains, and a couple of pieces of bread is enough to give me joint pain and headaches. So for most people, they may not even be able to tolerate that stuff anyway.
And not to mention GMOs.
Oh, okay. I'm dividing this pie down even further from thirds to fourths to fifths, and I don't even know. The math
so much shit. There's just so much shit in our food. You can't really, like, if you look at the big picture like that, with how much crap is in our food, you can't really blame it 100% on seed oils.
No, you really can't. It's probably a large piece of the puzzle, though.
Yeah.
We got D. D says hi. Let's see.
Which D?
Hi. Now,
hold on.
D, my mom. Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. So
Sorry,
I told them earlier in the group that I was going to be online, but maybe she didn't have time to show up until just now. No.
All right, we ready to go back?
Wait. I just wanted to shout out the fact that we have 18 live viewers right now. This is one of our high points, guys. This is
I know, I saw that.
I'm amazed. I started streaming to X this time around, so maybe I've got some of my friends from X going, hello.
Possibly.
That's
she's
cool.
at work.
Oh, well, that explains it. All right, push play.
All right.
You please help me out. Those ladies could be here any second.
So rich, you'd swear they were right from the bakery.
Okay, wait. I gotta appreciate that one. The 1980s had some really interesting commercials. I gotta say,
you would remember.
I do. I really do. We didn't have a television much when I was young, but on occasion we did, get some exposure to TV, and some of those commercials are just very nostalgic. Anyway, go ahead.
Big Red.
I drink the Kool-Aid.
I do believe, I could be wrong. This could be for our next subject, but I do believe RFK already wiped red dye number whatever out of FDA
approval. Yes, that is gone.
I do believe he cut that already.
That stuff is so freaking toxic.
Mm-hmm. Shiloh's allergic to it. So when I told her about that, she was like, good.
It's gotta go.
Yeah.
So the Kool-Aid had been drunk. It used to be that the peasants ate cheap, nutrient-void grains because they had to. And they would look at the meat-heavy meals of the aristocracy with disdain. But now, the masses were willingly eating the cheap, profitable stuff, all on their own free will. Everyone in America had been successfully duped into believing that red meat, butter, and eggs would make them fat and maybe even kill them, while they were unknowingly stuffing their faces with the very food products that were actually killing them. It was the biggest con in food history, and everyone was in on it. The government with their
bait and switch.
The American Heart Association with their heart-healthy checks on sugar cereal and fat-free candy. The CEOs of the giant food corporations whose entire livelihoods depended on high...
I never liked Cheerios.
No. You have to even with all the sugar that's already in a Cheerio, you still have to put sugar on that shit to make it taste like anything.
Yeah. I was about to say, I always put extra sugar on it.
Because there's no flavor in that mess. None.
Hydrogenated vegetable oils. Oh, and guess what else started happening in the 1980s? A sudden uptick in obesity. Looking at this graph, we can see that there is a sudden 8% increase in obesity starting in the 1980s. And this is where the real crisis begins.
Hey, wait.
Yes.
That was sad. It looked like that lady was walking backwards there for a second. She got two asses.
Are you fat shaming?
Yes. Not on purpose. It was just shocking.
Okay.
Oh, I like this video. This is great.
Yeah, Evil Food Supply is great.
Everyone knows that the best way to make chocolate milk is to add Hershey's syrup. But here's something you may not know.
Did you know that chocolate milk comes from brown cows?
Yeah, it's yeah, that's definitely not racist.
They're cows. I think you have some personal stuff to go through if you're associating, if you're putting those two together. You need Jesus.
Amen.
Hershey's syrup is virtually fat-free. And believe it or not, it's always been that way.
I remember that commercial.
Really?
I do. I remember that commercial when I was a kid. We used to watch that on this, watching Saturday morning cartoons, and that would come on and be like, that's funny.
That is funny.
Snack food company
I'm in pain.
Like Nabisco, Frito-Lay, and Kellogg's, you are swimming in money. You owe the insane growth of your company to the reliable, infallible, unexpirable hydrogenated vegetable oil. And you were riding this wave for a while until
KFC will start replacing the partially hydrogenated oil it now uses with a low linolenic soybean oil.
Linolenic?
Low linolenic. And reason being, linoleic acid is very bad for you when it's been hydrogenated, you know? It's very bad for you.
No.
They had to know that.
Yeah. No, he said linolenic, not linoleic.
Linolenic, right.
No, that's why I'm pointing out. He said it wrong.
Food and Drug Administration announced that artificial trans fats will be banned from the U.S. food supply over the next 3 years.
The ban will be rolled out in stores by 2018. Healthcare officials hope the ban will reduce coronary heart disease and prevent thousands of deaths resulting from heart attacks.
Yeah, that's right. The hydrogenated oils that you've been feeding to the masses for decades suddenly started to lose its glimmer. And keep in mind, the average margarine at this time contains a huge amount of trans fat at around 45%. So this was kind of a big deal. So while you were pumping out your trans fatty snacks, scientists across the nation were conducting studies on the harmful effects of hydrogenated oil on humans. One scientist named Fred Kummerow did autopsies of dead bodies in his lab and found trans fats lodged in the tissues, liver, arteries, and even the heart of the cadavers.
I've never heard of that guy.
I haven't either. Bloody hero.
Yeah.
See, and that's the problem with it, because when there's not directly money given out for these studies, then they have to do it on their own time, on their own dime. And it takes years to play catch up on stuff that the big companies push on us.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Kellogg's. Yeah, Kellogg. What was his first name? John Kellogg.
Thinking.
Anyway, yeah, he created Kellogg's so that way people would quit masturbating.
Yeah, he was a little bit of a psychopath. Yeah.
A little bit?
A little bit. A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a bit. A little bit crazy.
Including that artificial trans fats can't be metabolized by the human body. So it just
amazing
accumulates. Two Dutch scientists named Mincing.
Who would have thought that something not found in nature would not work in natural systems? I mean, wow.
That's so surprising.
It's shocking, I know, right?
It's almost like, I don't know.
Oh my god.
It's like the microplastics now.
Oh, and yeah, no, that's definitely completely digestible. That has its place in nature, right?
It's kind of scary. Yeah.
Hey, feed the turtles. That's what my son says.
Huh?
That's what my son says. He says he calls plastic turtle food because he got told in school about sea turtles eating plastic.
Oh.
Now he's always on this kick of like, I'm like, put the plastic where it belongs. You have to throw it away. You can't just leave it on the trash. Leave it out there like on the road or anything. It's like, yeah. What do you mean? Why can't it find its way into the ocean? Why didn't you want to feed the turtles, Dad?
That's funny.
When people ate high amounts of artificial trans fats, their HDL cholesterol lowered and their LDL cholesterol would rise. And at the time, people knew that LDL cholesterol was bad and was the stuff that clogged arteries. And HDL was good and is used to make hormones. But wasn't it Ansel Keys who said animal fat raised the bad LDL cholesterol that clogs your arteries? So which is it? Seed oils or animal fats? There were more studies waiting. Around 1989, another study done in a Minnesota mental institution was published showing that patients who were fed a diet high on hydrogenated vegetable oil had a higher chance of dying from cancer than men who were fed natural animal fat.
What they did was they divided these 9,000 men and women into two separate groups. One group was fed traditional American food with at least 18% saturated fat and cholesterol in their diet. The other group got soft margarine, so seed oils, in place of their butter, whole egg substitute, low-fat beef, and dairy products filled with seed oils. You can pretty much think of Oatly with the canola oil in the plant-based milk. Here's the thing. Both diets had the same amount of total fat. Total fat in their diet. A certain percentage came from fat. But the intervention group had half the amount of saturated fat and limited their cholesterol. What the authors found when they concluded this 4.5-year randomized controlled trial was that there were absolutely no differences between the two groups for cardiovascular events, cardiovascular deaths, or total mortality. It didn't make a difference. But one thing that they noted was that cancer was a lot higher in the low-fat group. And maybe most interestingly and kind of sinister is that this study was completed in 1973, but it wasn't published until 16 years later. The data...
I think, wasn't Dr. Baker talking about that?
I have not gotten the notice on that one.
I'm pretty sure he's talked about that Minnesota study.
It's possible. It was
sure.
buried. I know that it was buried.
Yeah.
So, but during the 1970s, that would make sense because they had the height of their power at that time. Those in the scene for making these seed oils, they would have probably been able to push to have things maligned or hidden for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, they did say mental institution, but if you think about it, it's a high control group, I guess, because they're living there, they control all their food.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but mental institutions have historically been used for experimentation anyway.
Yeah,
because who's going to believe the nuts? They're experimenting on me. Of course they are, dear. Of course they are.
There's a lot of bad history with that, especially in Japan. Okay.
I mean, we have to get our research from somewhere.
You don't want to defend that one.
They were staring you right in the face. And all these scientists popping up with their studies were really starting to get on your nerves. You did everything you could to fight back. When Kumaro proposed to the FDA that all food companies label trans fats, you and all your other CEO colleagues sent letters opposing it. Your argument? How could they know if the subjects in the study didn't already have heart disease or cancer? How did they know it was caused by the seed oils? You and your CEO friends even funded your own study to counteract Catan and Mensing, but the scientists came up with the exact same results. And so, your fate was sealed. You knew your trans fats were slowly killing Americans. You had to reformulate, and fast. So you knocked on the door of your oil suppliers, Cargill, Dow, and Unilever, and asked for a solution. Surprisingly, they were already working on trans fat-free oils years ago. Maybe to prepare for the coming storm. They gave you a genetic...
So they knew.
Yep, that's what that means. They knew. They knew ahead of time, they knew in advance, and they knew that it was going to fall apart on them. They knew.
Bastards.
Modified soybean oil that's low in trans fat. They also made a sunflower oil that was more stable and better for frying. And this seemed like a great idea, but these oils aren't hard and hydrogenated.
Ugh.
But since hydrogenating oil raises the trans fat, it was out of the question. You need a thick, gluey texture to make that hard, plasticky icing on Pop-Tarts or to give your cookies a satisfying snap. So, to make up for the lost texture, you added in some emulsifiers and food additives to make sure your snack food still had the same texture as before. And sure, down the road, it might come out that these things are poisoning the public too. That's a risk you gotta take. And when the FDA officially banned trans fats back in 2000, that didn't really bother you either. Because the kind agents at the FDA allowed you to still keep 0.5 grams of trans fats per serving. Yeah, that's right. And you could keep that little dash of trans fats in and still advertise your product as having 0 grams of trans fat. Yes, that's right. Trans fats that just accumulate in your body could be hiding in your beloved processed food right now as we speak.
See, that's the part that really pisses me off.
Hold on.
Take your time.
Sorry, I was in a different tab.
I understand. I was just saying that's the part that really pisses me off. They're allowed to say 0 this or 5 grams of that, but they have a wide latitude what they're actually talking about because it could be 5% of this, that, or the other thing, and they can still claim 0. What? How the hell do they get away with that?
It's just corruption. I don't know. You know,
that's some grease changing hands. That's what it is. They're not going to say that, but that is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
How many tabs you got open? It's a lot of clicking.
Okay. Sorry, I was getting something ready for after the video.
Another B-roll. Okay, cool. Hey, my brother.
I've gained 7.
Oh, hey, what's up,
Hey
Mason?
there. What's up, buddy? Don't see you on here very often.
Okay, we ready?
Yep, roll.
Pounds.
I gained 8. I told you.
I put on a couple, but 7 pounds. How did I gain 7 pounds?
100% non-fat. Well, how else could this have happened? Well, maybe it's the Oreos.
Fast forward to today, and people are still terrified of meat.
Are you hungry? Yes. I just hope they have something I can eat.
What do you mean?
I'm a vegetarian.
You're a what?
That's how good this propaganda campaign was.
Ian is a vegetarian. He doesn't eat meat.
What do you mean he
What do you
don't
mean?
eat no meat?
Love that one.
Red meat contains way more absolute nutrients.
I remember that movie.
Yeah, my big fat Greek wedding.
Yep.
What do you mean you don't eat no meat? Ah, it's okay. You come over. I'll make lamb.
Hey, lamb.
Because lamb don't
great.
count. Yeah.
Let's see. Look at this.
Well,
Vitamin A, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, pantothalanic, B3.
Uh-huh.
Okay. B6, B9, B12, D, E, K, omega-3.
Did you know how much impact the B vitamin spectrum has on brain function
I know.
and nerve fiber?
I think it's Kilt's. Yeah, I think Dr. Kilt's always going off on the vitamin B.
Yeah, if you're low on vitamin B1 through 6, then you're going to have brain issues.
Mm-hmm. Zinc, selenium, potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, iron, copper, calcium. Meat's got it all.
Nutrients than vegetables. Doctors will still tell you that eating too much red meat is dangerous. It can kill you. And yet, there are an endless amount of stories of people going on the carnivore diet, losing insane amounts of weight, diseases and conditions miraculously.
I bet we know some of those people that he just showed.
Some of them, I can think of a few of them.
And yet, there are an endless amount of stories of people going on the carnivore diet, losing it.
Let's see. Do I know her? No, I don't know her.
Same.
Connie Joy.
She may be in one of our Facebook groups. I'm not sure.
Anita Breeze. Oh, that's sweet. That's ketogenic woman.
Yeah.
Wait.
Rebecca Davis.
Can't say I know.
Yeah, I don't know her either.
Diseases and conditions miraculously going away and thriving on it without any issue.
Everyone that I talked to was telling me that I was compromising my immune system and putting my health at risk, but I made it the entire year without getting sick even one time.
I would say 70-80% of my body was a giant scab.
Oh, yeah. I know him. Sow the Land.
Yeah.
So now 2 months in, I would say I'm 70 or 80% healed. And the only thing I've been doing different is eating an animal-based diet.
And what's really sad is that the government, AHA, and big food companies are now backpedaling. They know that a high-processed food, low-fat diet makes people fat. Mm-hmm. They are literally the reason why the U.S. is known for being one of the fattest nations in the world. But since they can't admit they were wrong and change the nutritional guidelines, they have to come up with a new solution. Starve yourself.
Can you eat healthy at a fast food restaurant?
Calories in, calories out.
Restaurants is order for the smallest of everything. Portion size is 90% of the problem. If they would eat a small hamburger, small fries, and a diet drink or a salad.
So what should we be eating?
That food pyramid that they keep flashing. The only thing I find really appetizing besides the meat is the blueberries.
Yeah, a lot of our carnivore friends will eat some fruit, and blueberries definitely on the list. The other day I ate some cranberries. And cranberries are okay.
Cranberries are good. Yeah, I finished off a thing of, well, it was already half eaten of blueberries this morning after after my breakfast.
Now, I would put a caveat to that. Say a little bit of, vegetables, or something that's low in oxalate or phytochemicals, or that kind of thing. Maybe
Lower sugar berries.
Yeah, little cranberry, little blueberry, you're probably okay. But if you're doing a Paul Saladino out there, mixing stuff with tons of honey and lots of fruit, and 3 or 4 times a day, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, you remember that video that me, you, and Rick, we were streaming and watching Paul Saladino and Will Tennyson, and Paul had poured him some kefir and just was like drenching it in honey. I was like, God damn, that's a lot.
Well, because it doesn't have the same glycemic impact that you can track on a glucometer. Well, of course it doesn't. It's fructose, dude.
Yeah. Lamb's
yeah, that's from the movie. Yeah, that's from the movie.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay.
I'm catching up on the
Although you
on the
can
messages.
survive without carbs, it still can be taxing on your body. We'll cover this in a future video or newsletter. But the fact people have healed diseases on a carnivore diet could be proof that meat is nothing to be afraid of.
Pause. Wait. Stop. Wait. Okay. Now, he just made a bit of an error there where he said that because you don't eat carbs, it can be taxing on your body. Now, for a subset of the population, this is actually true, but for most people, gluconeogenesis is sufficient and you are not going to have any issues. That's
Also,
not going to be a problem.
To be fair, he did say he'll cover it more in depth.
I would hope.
In a future video, which this is just...
Because, it's an overview, and I can see that, but that is the fact that, for some people, it is going to be a problem if you don't eat some exogenous carbohydrates. Yeah, you might need to bring in some glucose from other situations. But there have been people who have run marathons back to back on a carnivore diet, eating no glucose whatsoever.
Yep. But this video is only 4 days old, so... And he usually does like 1, maybe 2 videos a month. But they're all documentary style like this.
It's a lot of research to throw together, and the videography is just fantastic.
Oh yeah, like I said, Evil Food Supply is great.
I really am gonna sub.
Yeah.
Actively go after.
Ooh, a little bit of jalapeno on your hamburger, grilled. That's some good shit.
Nothing wrong with that.
Animal proteins, 4 to 8 servings daily. Cow, pig, chicken, deer. Fish, for sport only. Fish meat is practically a vegetable.
But if you're going to start...
Oh my God, that is not wrong.
Oh, you gotta love Ron Swanson.
Sadly, the guy that plays him is actually a leftist, but the character is win. Oh my God, that character is fantastic.
Yeah, the character is great. The guy, Nick Offerman, yeah, he's a little nutty.
Fish meat's practically a vegetable.
Sourcing it from a trusted local butcher. Most people will be able to find a quality butcher nearby. If you want to only eat red meat that is grass-fed and grass-finished. If it only says grass-fed, that's better than nothing. But that means the cow is still...
Okay, now, granted, there may be some contamination if you're eating soy-fed beef, okay, and if that's all you're eating, because as we just talked about, that if you've got any of those trans fats or whatever just floating around, then they do get stuck in the soft tissues, right?
Yeah.
But grass-fed, grass-finished some people find it's not really a good fit for them, and in some cases it's really hard to get. Now,
wasn't it Michaela Peterson was having trouble with that?
yeah, yeah, and she eats mostly lamb and stuff too, though, right?
Yeah. But has like Dr. Barry and pretty much all the carnivore doctors out there will say, if you can only afford like freaking Spam, it's still like 80% better than all the other crap that's out there.
Yeah.
Spam and hot dogs. Yeah.
Or sausages.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Okay. So at
Dr. Barry's like, Dr. Barry says stuff like, Dr. Barry says stuff like, just eat bologna and at least it's meat.
Yeah. No, speaking of sausage, at HEB, which is like local grocery store, they have a brand called Hardcore Carnivore sausages.
Ooh, nice.
And I get the cheddar and jalapeno, and it's so good. That's my favorite. They also have like garlic butter, and then like I think hardwood smoked, but I go for that the jalapeno cheddar. It's so good, dude. It is so good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fed low-quality grains at the end of their life to fatten them up. And if you can't find a good local butcher, use a meat delivery service that sells quality, regeneratively farmed, grass-fed, grass-finished meat. White Oak Pastures is a good option, but what do you eat when you're on the go or you're traveling and you don't have time to cook meat on the spot? Well, we
I was about to say, is he gonna
Carnivore Snacks.
is he gonna plug his
again?
thing again?
He is.
And really fast.
That's fine
We
enough.
don't post often on this channel because these videos take a lot of work to make. But there's a lot happening with the food supply you need to know about in order to protect your health. So that's why we have our free newsletter.
Yep.
Every
Shout
few
out to
days,
his
we send you important updates, like
newsletter
how a
as well.
supposedly healthy pasta brand contains
Nice.
dangerous amounts of toxic pesticides, or how Tylenol
Whoa.
is derived from coal tar production and is linked to birth defects, liver damage, and even death. Signing up takes less than 15 seconds by clicking the link below. And we regularly get emails every day from readers about how this is the only newsletter they read and that they forward to their friends and family. Sign up for free with the link below, and we'll see you in the next one.
We have all of these things.
Stop. Okay. Let's
Made
see.
from coal tar. God, I did not know that actually. That's
Also,
that's good information. Yeah.
Also, let's see. Did it follow it? No, I need to share my screen again. Hold on. Let me get this.
Okay. I'm saying hi to my sister while you're doing that. Hello.
Also, just on the subject of promoting his stuff, because we've been watching his video the whole stream. He
dude.
has whipped beef tallow, face cream, moisturizer, body lotion. I bought that for Shiloh for Christmas,
Nice.
and I've used it a couple times. I need to use it some more. With the cold, just dries my skin out. I have like a really dry spot right there on my knuckle. But yeah, so shout out to Evil Foods and Evil Goods and all the stuff he's doing. He's a good channel. I wanted to support him.
Nice. Maybe we can get some crossover. Be great.
That would be awesome. What's up, Heidi?
Yay! There's my sister. Hey, hold the stream for me for just a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay. Stream is all mine now. So, since he's gone, he's gonna come back and be like, "What the hell are you doing, Sean?" Where is it? Yeah. Okay. So I did say for him to remind me of RFK. So this is Trump, like, I think this was like after he won, he bought everybody McDonald's, and look at RFK's face. He's like, I don't want to eat this. Hold on, we'll do one better too. If I can find it. I have so many damn tabs open. Where is it? Come on. This, yeah. Look at his face. He's like, I don't want to eat this trash. Okay. I'm gonna have to show. Go away. I'm gonna have to show him later when he gets back. That's a good picture. But it's just like the look on his face, like he's like, everybody's all smiling. That's funny. Okay, now that you're back, oh, get your headphones in. Hello. Hello.
One moment, please. 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 Ah, I'm back. I'm online.
Okay. I never eat McDonald's. That's good.
No, that's true. She doesn't. She hates the stuff now.
That's good.
Oh.
But no, I was showing them after this was like after election day.
Uh-huh. Sending a message.
And like Trump bought McDonald's for everybody. Look at RFK's face.
He does. He doesn't look happy, does he?
No, he's like, I don't want to eat this shit. Hold on, I got one more.
They're definitely sending a message on that one.
I got one more for that.
Okay. The last time, I swear. God, that's funny.
Okay.
I wish I hadn't eaten bread the other day because now my head is still on fire. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've been going for an hour and a half. Is there anything else you want to?
Well, it's late for you, but hey, yeah, you had something.
Oh, yeah.
Your friend.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah. Now that we've added all this value.
Oh, sorry about that.
We'll put the link in the description after this is aired. Yeah.
Yeah. So, good friend of mine. I've known her for half my life already. She recently had a stroke after a large surgery, and she ended up with double pneumonia afterwards. So, she doesn't help needing gas for my family to get here daily with me and 3 major copay of $279 for surgery last week, and the charges Medicare doesn't pay for that, and beginning in the hospital. Getting old sucks for sure, but yeah, she's trying to get $4,000. She's got $45 right now, so I told her I'd give her a shout out on this.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's.
And her name is.
Tammy. Sorry.
Her name is Tammy.
Tammy. Yeah, I've known her since man, we met like on MySpace way back in the day.
Wow, MySpace. That is a long time ago.
Yeah, I consider her my internet mom. So let's see. Let me get a link. Oh, not paste. Damn it. Okay, it's in the private chat. Let me just grab it from there.
Yeah, that's why I posted it there.
Okay, there we go.
Yay.
Okay, well, it's in this private chat.
That's all right.
Or the chat.
Okay, now it's on the primary chat, and I will post that later on the description for the video. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, dude. You got anything you want to plug other than this?
Of course. Let me switch my account, my YouTube account.
All right. Click, click. All the clicking.
Okay, there we go. Then, of course, as always, my gaming channel.
Woohoo!
Videos. I did Rat Shaker, which was like a really stupid, silly horror game.
Yeah, my son was watching videos on that the other day. No, maybe it was my daughter. I forget. She's like shaking a rat. I'm like,
yeah,
why would anyone shake a rat? I don't
was
understand it.
It was so dumb and silly. It was funny. And then I did a long form like documentary style video. Well, not really documentary, but of like back in the day, there used to be these virtual online chat rooms, kind of like VR chat, but like back in like 2004, 2006. There was Abo Hotel, Gaia Online, Mies, and IMVU. And you know, I had been on there for when I was younger, so I did a video, went back to those old sites, and had an experience.
It's interesting how you say that.
Well,
I went back there and saw a ghost.
Well, the death of Flash killed a lot of those because they were relying on Flash. Yeah, so, but I put a lot of work into that one. I'm kind of proud of that one.
Well, I'll go back and check that one. I haven't seen
And
it yet.
as for live streams, I did Portal yesterday.
We were talking about that before the stream. He's like, I did Portal. I heard it as Poodle. I was like, why would you live stream a Poodle sim? I don't understand.
But yeah, I mean, it's just a puzzle game. It was fun.
Yeah, Portal.
Yeah, you just go through portals.
Go through portals and try not to die.
Yeah, pretty much.
All the while this crazy computer is trying to kill you, right?
Yeah, GLaDOS. You have to figure out all these puzzles.
Oh, that is not good for a guy with a headache. Wait. Oh. You gotta need a warning label for that one. Caution: if you have a migraine, don't watch this video.
Sorry.
Oh. It's okay. It just made my eye hurt. And,
but anyway, I'm off every Thursday. Did I tell you I switched to days?
No, you did not.
I didn't.
No.
Yeah, I switched to days. I get an extra day off because I work 4 10-hour days now. So I get Thursdays off. So I'm gonna try to stream on this channel, on the gaming channel,
you still
every
get
Thursday.
40 hours. That's still 40 hours a week. That's good.
Yeah.
Not bad,
So
dude.
I mean, look at all these videos that I have on my
and then
gaming
no one's
channel.
watching. My God, you get all these videos and like you got nobody on there.
I got 606 views on this one.
Oh wow.
Where is it? Look, 1.2K views on this one.
Okay, I stand corrected.
And you don't even want to see my shorts. Hold on.
The banana one was just, my God. I watched that video.
Yeah. 1.5K views on that one.
You're getting there.
I'm getting there.
You
I
are.
just only have 75 subs.
Still, it's not bad though. I mean,
yeah, it did take a while to get to there.
Yeah, but for gaming channels, that's not unusual, really, because you got to hit your stride and then really stick with it. And I couldn't do a gaming channel. I can barely do a carnivore channel.
Me neither.
Well, if my editor would,
fuck that guy.
He's so lazy. I don't know. Think about firing him, getting a new one. It's almost like he has another full-time job or something.
Yeah, and a girlfriend and a life. I know. How dare he?
Right. Yep. It's so hard to find good help these days.
Anyway, you got anything going on?
Hopefully I will have something in near future. I don't have anything to report just yet, but I do have some downtime, so maybe I'll be able to edit one of my own videos and get something posted up. I'm not going to edit the one that you've got in the chamber though, just in case you actually decide to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about doing that pretty soon.
See? Nice. You were thinking about helping me. That's fantastic. See? That's a step forward. You were thinking about it. There you go. It's one of those steps in the 12 steps, right? Thinking about helping your friends.
I don't know the 12 steps. Sure.
You say yes. Okay.
Sure.
But if everything is going according to plan, then maybe sometime sooner rather than later, I'll be able to get a hold of Dr. Barry because we do have something that we're supposed to do.
Oh, so that'd be cool.
It would be amazing. It'd be awesome. So yeah, he told me to keep in contact with him because we'll be able to get something worked out. It's like, yes. So at least I'm going to get penciled in somewhere for a meetup with Dr. Barry.
Are you going to do it live or recording?
I'm not sure yet because we haven't hammered out the details. So he said after he's got some stuff that's going on. And so I think it'll be either January or February that he might actually get around to hammering out the details with me. So January is almost over, so it must be February. So see how that goes.
Okay. Well, let me know when you get it, and if it's recording, let me know when you get it, and I'll definitely get that one edited quick because that's a big.
It is. That would be a big land. It really would, because that would help me out a lot.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, there's a lot to discuss with him because some of his earlier videos were about kidney disease and stuff, and I wanted to chat it up with him on that. I mean, considering the front that I'm facing, I think that it's kind of pertinent.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I forgot to mention the name of my gaming channel, Meaty Trucker.
That is it. It's right there. See, Carnivore Trucker. Here you go.
Meaty Trucker.
Meaty Trucker on that one. Meaty Trucker. Right. Sorry. I was reading the name that you posted under. All right. Well, let's go ahead and close up shop, I guess.
Yeah, it's almost 2 hours. It's almost like we never get to hang out, and this is like our only.
Yeah. This is our only outlet to have any fun.
Yeah. Dude, one of these days, I'm gonna make it over to your little island.
That'd be awesome.
I'll go throw you in the volcano.
Hey, man, you're gonna make my backyard a mess if you do that.
You never know; it might, rise up your little island from a third world country.
It could, or the volcano gods may become angry because I'm not a virgin, and then and then what?
It's a roll of the dice there.
We'll
see what happens. We'll see what happens. But all right, man. Let's get out of here.
All right. Okay. Be bold, everybody.
Later. Am I gonna end the stream?